everyone, welcome to Adventures in Everyday Cooking, where every day can be an adventure in your kitchen. My name is Heather, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel. This channel is all about adventuring in the kitchen, and today's adventure is so exciting. I know I always say things are exciting, but I don't know, food and adventures in the kitchen, which is how this was really titled, because I love to adventure in things. So let me just give you some background. A couple months ago, I was watching Mike from Pro Home Cooks, and he was doing a sandwich series, and I love sandwiches. Sandwiches are some of my favorite things. I actually have a sandwich on this channel it's pesto and turkey and provolone. It was so good. It was a copycat sandwich from Costco. It's one of our favorites. Anyway, he did a cool sandwich that I was so intrigued with. And so I thought I wanted to do it. And I actually did it the next day after seeing his video, did not record it, but I have done it about 3 other times since. And so I'm like, you know what? I just need to bite the bullet and do this sandwich for you. So this is the Japanese comic book inspired sandwich called Onigirazu. Now, Onigirazu is a sushi sandwich. No kidding. This thing is so cool, and you can do it. There's not really a recipe. I'm gonna give you the recipe for sushi rice, and I'll give you what I'm gonna use, but it is so tailorable to all of your desires in food. It's so much fun. We've had it with bacon, lettuce, and tomato. We've had it with raw fish. We've had it with shrimp. We've had it with crab salad, right? Crab salad, yes. And it has been, every time we've had it, we're like, oh, this is my favorite. Oh, now this one's my favorite. And so I'm actually gonna try out a new version of it today that no one's tried. And I thought, you know what? This would be kind of fun. But let's get into it. So without further ado, let's get to the Onigirazu. Ready? Let's do it. All right, so one of the things that I want to be sure to mention is that Onigirazu needs sauce. We tried it without sauce the first week that we did it, but we really feel like it needs sauce and some extra stuff, just like sushi would. So I almost dumped that whole rice bowl. Hold on. So I have here spicy mayonnaise that I made myself. Basically, I just added mayonnaise to a little bit of sriracha that was already in the bottle, and then I shook it up, and there we have spicy mayonnaise. We also have sriracha. We have some sweet and sour Beijing sauce. We have some Mandarin teriyaki sauce. We have some pickled ginger. We also have soy sauce, and I think that's all that we're gonna put in our stuff today. So let me go ahead and clear these out, and we will get started in how you make this. All right, first things first, you are gonna wanna make some sushi rice. And because you need the sushi rice to cool a little bit, I already made that for you, but I'm gonna insert that video right here and tell you what I've done. So into the Instant Pot, oh, and this is Instant Pot sushi rice. If you ever wanted to make sushi rice, this is a good recipe. I have not been sad with this recipe, and it uses Calrose rice or sushi rice, and it's exciting. Okay, so into the Instant Pot, we are gonna put 2 cups of rice. And then we need to rinse this rice. And the reason that we want to rinse it is because as you rinse it, you're getting off all that starch. See all that white in the water? We don't want any of that. So we're going to continue to rinse this rice 3 or 4 times until that water turns as clear as I can get it. And then I'm going to completely drain it, let it dry for a second, and then we're going to get it back into the Instant Pot base. Now that we have it back into the base, we are gonna add the same amount of rice that we did of water. So if you use 2 cups of water, use 2 cups of rice. We're gonna seal our lid, make sure our vent's closed, and we are gonna set the pot for 12 minutes on low pressure. See how this says high pressure? We actually want it to be on low pressure. That rice is gonna go for 12 minutes. At the end of 12 minutes, I'm gonna let it naturally pressure release for 10 minutes. All right, so while that is in the Instant Pot, we are gonna go ahead and get our mixture ready. So we have 1/4 of a cup of rice wine vinegar and 1/4 of a cup of rice vinegar. We're gonna go ahead and warm that up in the microwave for about a minute. And then after the minute's over, to our hot liquid, we are gonna add 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And then we're gonna give it a good mix and mix it well. And then we are going to spoon it out with a wooden spoon. They also want you to use a glass bowl because the steel in the Instant Pot is reactive to the rice vinegar. So don't put your rice vinegar into steel, put it into a glass bowl. Once that's all in there and mixed up really well, you're gonna leave it to sit until it's cool to the touch. Because if we started this recipe with hot, and I did it, the first time I did it with hot, I burnt my fingers. So now we let it cool and then we're ready to go. So now what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna want to create a mold that is 3 inches tall and about as big as a wide mouth pint-size mason jar. So what we're gonna do, I went ahead and got my foil all ready. Doesn't matter how long the foil is, just matters how it wraps around the jar. And I'll show you why. So I'm just gonna fold it in half to start with, and I'm gonna measure it. I have my little flexible cutting mat here, and it has cool measuring right here. I'm gonna put it right on the 3 mark. I'm gonna make a little crease so I know that this is the 3 mark, and that's where I need to fold it. So, and the reason that you only want 3 is because our sushi papers will not accommodate much more. Trust me on this one. This was trial and error, and I should have been recording when I first made my first Onigirazu. It was like this big, and it was this fat, and nothing would, it was TV worthy, but I wasn't recording because sometimes I get worried that I look like a fool. Me? What, me? Look like a fool? Yeah. So anyway, let's get on to it. All right, so we're gonna take our mason jar and we are actually going to wrap our foil right around just like this. That was probably overkill with the amount of foil that I got. That would probably make 2 rings. Then we're gonna take some masking tape and we are going to tape this edge right here. Now, at the very edge, be sure to leave a little tab because you're gonna wanna remove that later. And usually I do 2 of these. That's a long piece of tape. So your mold will now look like that and it should slip right off. So this is where we are gonna pack all of our food. So the next thing we wanna do before we get anything else out, and you wanna trust me on this, so we're gonna wanna get out 1 piece of saran wrap, and that was lucky. I thought I was gonna fight with that saran wrap. All right, and then we are gonna choose our sushi wrapper. So today we have sesame soy sushi wrappers, we have regular seaweed sushi wrappers, or we have the spinach green sushi wrapper. So I'm gonna go ahead and use our sesame wrapper. All right, I'm gonna set it over there so it's away from, because the moment this gets wet, it disintegrates. So check out this cool sushi wrapper. This is the sesame one, so black sesame and white sesame. And we're gonna set it face up on our paper right over here. So our sesame seeds are actually gonna go on the inside of our wrapper, not the outside. All right, next we're gonna put 1 to 2 tablespoons of water in this ramekin. So this ramekin, it needs to fit just like this. So, and I'll show you why this is very important. This is also a learning trick. So the first time I did it, I didn't know this trick, and now I know it. All right, so 1 to 2 tablespoons of water, and our jar should fit right in without spilling over. All right, next we are going to just get some water on our mat. Alternately, you could use a little oil if you wanted to, but I like the water because I don't need any extra oil in my food. It is very important that you remember how you pack your food, because as you'll see, we need to know. Let me show you what we're gonna pack in our food. So I have here some already cooked shrimp. I just cooked it in a little butter. And I prepped all this for you guys, so it would be a quick thing. I have cucumber and tomato, zucchini and pepper, and I have more tomato and more pepper. I also have green onion and some delicious crab salad. Now, let me tell you how easy crab salad is to make. You actually get the imitation crab from your local grocery store, break it up into little pieces, cut in some green onion, and add some mayonnaise and sriracha, and then you have a delicious crab salad. You can also put a little bit of sesame oil in there, but we're not gonna do sesame oil today. Okay, so we're gonna make the first onigirazu. You ready for this? So much fun, so easy, so delicious. Very important that this is set up first because as you can see, I'm starting to get water everywhere and this will disintegrate and you won't get a good wrap. We are gonna take about a third to a fourth of a cup of rice and we are gonna put it right into the bottom of our onigirazu right here. So I'm gonna move my iPad so that it's looking straight down onto the onigirazu. All right, you'll have to pardon the camera, but I want you to be able to see this. So I just fluffed the rice in there. Now we are gonna take our wet jar and we are going to push down and pack that right down there. And see, because it's wet, it doesn't stick. Do you see that? So we're gonna pack that down. And now we are going to decide what we want in this onigirazu. My husband loves shrimp, so I'm going to make his first. So I'm going to cover the bottom of this rice with shrimp. So let's show you, bottom covered in shrimp. And now we're going to put in anything else we want. So I'm going to go ahead and put in some bell pepper and some red pepper. These are sweet peppers. So I'm just kind of putting them in there. There's some yellow here too. And some tomato. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some crab right here on top. This cucumber is gonna go long ways across my onigirazu because when I cut it, I want to be able to see it. The nice pretty cuts. I know it's vain maybe, but eating food that's yummy and beautiful is fun. So now it's time for the rice. Oh, I forgot about the sauce. Let's put the sauce in. All right, and I'm just gonna use the Beijing sauce right here. This is one of his favorites. It's spicy and sweet and it really does add to the flavors of your sushi. Okay, now we're gonna put on more rice. So about fourth of a cup again, or less or more, depends on what fits in your little mold. And look how sticky it is because it's sushi rice. That's why you use your spoon, not your fingers, and you use the glass. Now we are going to use our glass again and hold onto our mold and push. Now, I should have probably put my sauce lower down in, but that's okay. You live, you learn. I always forget the sauce. Sometimes I even just serve him the onigirazu with a side of sauce because I forgot it. So sue me. Now comes the fun part. Now we are gonna make it into the beautiful sandwich that is. You should know that you can make these ahead of time and put them in the refrigerator and they will be perfect. Okay, so do you remember how I said, make sure we remember which side we're dealing with? Very important. So to get this off the mold, we twist and it should lift up and we are gonna set this right into the middle of our paper. Now remember, my cucumbers are this way, so I want to remember that it's this way because when I cut, I want to cut like that so you can see those beautiful cucumbers. All right, now we're going to tug on our little tabs here and we are going to unwrap our onigirazu. Set that over there. You can reuse that. You just have to wipe it off with a cloth. But for the sake of time, I'm not going to reuse it today. All right, so here's your onigirazu. Now comes the kind of difficult part. We've got to wrap this. So, starting with one of the corners, let me get some water on my finger. I'm going to push down and seal. And then we are going to tuck and push down. And don't pull too hard. If you pull too hard, you will break the paper. And I know this because I've broken many a paper. All right, now let's tuck in our sides just a bit like this, and you can use a little bit of water so it will stick just a little. And don't forget, you need to remember that this side is the side with your tabs. And I'll show you why you need to remember that in just a moment. Okay, now we're gonna very tightly roll up our onigirazu, okay? One done. I will show you the results of that one done in just a minute, but I wanted to show you another onigirazu that is fast becoming my husband's favorite. And we are going to put in our rice, just like we did before. Use our wet glass, push it down, make sure there's a good layer down there, looks good. Now, we're gonna make a BLT. Oh yeah, so cool. Okay, we're gonna put the sriracha mayonnaise in the bottom. So, check it out, sriracha mayonnaise in the bottom. We are also going to put some green onions down there because my husband loves the green onions. All right, now we're gonna layer this bad boy with as much bacon as you think your heart can handle. Make sure it goes into all the bits and places. And don't be shy, put the bacon in there. You'll thank yourself. All right, next we are gonna put in our tomatoes. Make sure everywhere has tomato because every bite, you want every bite to have tomato. Now we're gonna put in our lettuce. I don't have any pickle spears at the moment, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in just some regular cucumber, and I'll put them across so that when I cut it, you can see that cross section of those beautiful cucumbers. Looks great. Now let's put back in some more rice. Here we go. Okay, and like magic, we have our soy paper wrap. This one is the green one. This is the spinach green one. So we are going to take our onigirazu. We're gonna set it right down in the center. Take off our mold. All right, now I have to remember it's that way because I twisted it just a little bit. And we are gonna cover. And we are going to remember that that is the front. All right. BLT onigirazu there. Now, we're going to do one more kind. All right, so earlier today, I had a grand idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my rice first, and I'm going to press it down. And we are going to sprinkle cinnamon on the top of this rice. And now we are gonna take some strawberries I cut up earlier, and then I put in a couple scoops of sugar and let them sit so they have all that nice syrupy yumminess. And we are going to make dessert onigirazu. I made one for my husband earlier today, and he said it reminded him of rice pudding. So I was like, well, I'll count that as a win because I like rice pudding. I like strawberries. This looks like a good idea. And then we are going to, if I had bananas, I would put bananas too, but all the bananas are green today, so I didn't buy any. Now we're gonna press down. This one's gonna be obviously a lot smaller than the other one. Just on the top. All right. And then unlike all of the others, we are not gonna give it a wrapper because the 2 flavors of wrapper that I have, or the 3 flavors, just won't go with this. So we're gonna go ahead and unwrap it, and we are gonna wrap it in just the plastic. All right, so how do you eat these things? With splendor. So you're gonna actually cut right through the plastic, right through everything. So make sure you have a sharp knife and just start to cut through all of your layers. When you get to the bottom layer, make sure you cut well through it. Next, it is the BLT one. Same idea. Just cut, hold on to it, and cut right through. All right, set that one down. And then the last one here is our dessert one. All right, so you're ready to see the results? Look at how fun that is. So this is Onigirazu. That is so cool, okay? So that is the shrimp and crab one. This is the BLT. Oh my goodness. The BLT. Do you see that? So amazing. And then here is the dessert one. Look at how fun. All right. So I can hear you saying, Heather, how do you eat these? Well, let me just show you. Let me show you how you eat them. But first, a thumbnail. Okay, so here's how you eat them. You simply pick them up, you pull down the plastic, and you eat them like a sandwich. Mmm. 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 This is so good. Sushi on the go. You don't need chopsticks. I probably shouldn't eat this whole thing on camera because I really want to try that one. I didn't try the one I gave to my husband because I wanted to save it for now to see what I thought. So, same idea. Just pull down your plastic just a little bit. This one will be a little messier because obviously there's no soy paper, but as you can see, it still stays together pretty well. And he's right. That tastes a lot like strawberry rice pudding. Wow, that's good. I may try to zhuzh it up a little more, like put some cream in there. Put some cream in there. Ooh, let's put some cream in there. Next time I make it, let's put some cream. Shoot. Let's put some cream right now. So this is the whipped cream maker from Pampered Chef. And it just so happens that I made a cheesecake earlier this week. So I have some heavy cream. And so the whipped cream maker is pretty easy. You put the cream in, nothing else. Well, if you want sugar, you should put the sugar in. I guess I should put a little bit of sugar. Not a ton, because I don't want it overly sweet. Screw on the lid, just like that. And then in about 30 seconds, we're gonna have whipped cream. Okay, whipped cream. Grab myself a mix and scraper. Get out this beautiful whipped cream. Look at that. Whipped cream in 30 seconds without a mixer. All right, let's try it. Boom. In a perfect world, I would redo this right now and show you it with cream on the inside, but this is just about as good. You see that? Here we go. That's the way you have to do it. Wow. 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 Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try. Oh, I really want to finish that one. Whoops, I took off my paper. Oh well. I'm gonna try the BLT one. This sandwich is so fun. I encourage everyone to try it. If you like sushi, put in your own ingredients, have fun with it. If you decide to make this recipe, please tag me or show me a picture. Send me a picture. Find me on social media. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter. find me there, tag me in the picture, show me what creations you have done, because you guys, this is a fun sandwich. Everybody should try it if you like sushi. Even if you don't like sushi. My daughter, she doesn't really like sushi. So I make her just a vegetarian one. It's perfect. She loves it. So, all right, you guys, that's all I got for you. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I do videos a couple times a week, and sometimes they're weird stuff like Onigirazu, and sometimes they're simple stuff like Caesar dressing or whatever. It's just whatever adventure's happening in my kitchen today. So I hope you'll join me next time. In the meantime, keep your adventures real. We'll see you later. Bye, guys. Ooh, which one do I want to eat? I'm the mom, so that means that I can eat dessert first.